Hello and welcome to our LCAP community conversation. Today is January 23rd, 2025. Our topic today is college and career success, and we have several presenters today that will be presenting on this topic. First of all, we want to go over today's agenda. We'll be looking at what is the LCAP. We'll provide an update from GUSD's College and Career Division. We'll share details on career technical education programs and available internships, as well as graduation and college going rates. We'll review some associated metrics that are part of our LCAP, and there will be an opportunity for you to share your feedback. The Local Control Accountability Plan, the LCAP, is a 3-year plan. It's developed with input from many educational partners and contains goals, actions, and the expenditures to address state and local priorities. The LCAP is funded through the local control funding formula, and school districts must produce an LCAP each year to show how they're using these LCFF funds to meet the needs of all students. Our LCAP is entirely aligned to our GUSD Board of Education priorities, and we have several community conversations addressing a variety of issues. Today, we are discussing college and career success, and the rest of our school year will be part of the development process of the LCAP. We hope you'll join us. It's now my privilege to turn over this conversation to our Director of the College and Career Division, Dr. Krista Milano.
Hi, thank you so much, Brian. So college and career ready, what is it? It's graduating from high school with an educational objective and a career path aligned to personal goals with the academic, technical, employability, and life skills to pursue them. Our goal at GUSD is to prepare all of our students for their future, for them to choose college, career, and have life success with multiple pathway opportunities to ensure that they find their purpose. Next slide. So the indicators of college and career readiness in our district is 1, meeting UC CSU A through G requirements, and I will talk about what those are. 2, completing college credit courses. 3, participating in a career technical education pathway and completing it, and that will be discussed as well. And then 4, participating in internships, which we are trying to continuously offer more and more internships in our district. So how does our department support students to reach these indicators? We have a district counselor who was hired a few years ago, and Ms. Ashley Park, and I will go through what her role is and the different duties that she performs in our district to help our students. We have career technical education programs, which is our department, and we have 27 different pathways for students to participate in. Starting in middle school, we have 2 early college programs, the Early College Academy at Hoover High School and the Cloud Computing Academy at Glendale High School. We have multiple dual enrollment and articulation opportunities, and that will be discussed further as well. And then again, as I mentioned, we are always providing more and more internship opportunities for our students. So A through G requirements, I like this graphic a lot. It's very clear as to how many years of each subject area students need to take to be considered A through G preparer compliant or completion. So the graduation requirements for GUSD are slightly different. They don't require as many mathematics courses and the language other than English. So there are some changes to it if it's just a graduation requirement, but A through G has some additional areas that students need to take additional years for. So we have a district counselor, as I mentioned, Ms. Ashley Park, and she has been a really wonderful asset to our district. So you can see on the screen, there are multiple things that she has been working on for the past few years. One of the biggest is the launch of our partnership with the California College Guidance Initiative, which is short as CCGI. It streamlines the process for students for their transcript to be translated and be able to send out to colleges, and also for the evaluation of out-of-country academic records and dual enrollment courses. And so far, we've had an increase in our A through G course alignment with the UC Office of the President and our student information system. It went from 31% all the way up to 83%. And I believe our goal is to have it at 95% by the end of this year. She also has taken on a big role in college and career preparation. She works with our GUSD seniors for college application support. She has done a great job of putting together our college and career fair that we have annually, and having more and more colleges and businesses participate. This past year, we collaborated with WACAC, and so that brought in a lot of different colleges that are not just from California, but all over the state and even some international. She put together the Summer Ignite program, which was this past summer, and it was a college preparation course that is open to 11th graders to kickstart their getting ready for putting together their college applications, understanding the process of it, and working with them, even going to visit a few colleges within that week. And she's also established a partnership with College Wise, which has offered quite a few seminars to our GUSD families over the past year. Additionally, financial aid, she's really done a great job with helping out with being able to bring different workshops to our district to promote the FAFSA and CATA completion, which can be very overwhelming and confusing for families. So she's done a good job of being able to help with that and help make sure that we're assisting families and students with it. She also registered our district as a Posse Scholarship nominating institution, which is a really, really cool scholarship that actually gives a full 100% scholarship to seniors. It's a rigorous process, but having GUSD being one of the nominating institutions is wonderful. So that means that our students can apply for it. And then again, she works with all of our counselors in the district to communicate updated information from the Student Aid Commission and on FAFSA and Cal Grants. The percentage of our students that are currently meeting the A through G requirement, you can see in this slide, it always hovers around the 55%, almost 56%. The LCAP goal that we have for this for the 26-27 year, as you can see, is to raise this by 6%. Our graduation rate we are proud of it. We're always above the statewide graduation rate. This past year, it was at 94.2, which is 4% higher than the statewide. And here you can see, this is some data that we have that comes from the clearinghouse. It's slightly behind. So this is 2022. This is how we get our data. It's hard to kind of calculate this data, but thanks to Dr. Landisi, he put this together for us. So you can see right there, the percentage is 70.6% attended a California public school after they graduated, either UC, Cal State, or community college. And you can see that 4.7 attended a private school somewhere in California. And then we had some students that went out of state as well. And so overall, we had 80.4% that enrolled in a college 12 to 16 months after high school. Dual enrollment, I mentioned this earlier. Dual enrollment is an early college opportunity for students to enroll and take college level courses. They are free and they come in a variety of methods, either online, hybrid, or in person. And this is great because students can double dip and earn both college and high school credit at the same time. I put up a couple sample, our most popular sample of courses, which is speech, student development, mass communications, theater, arts 101. But Glendale Community College does offer many other opportunities and classes for students. So this is the percentage of students that are meeting the prepared on the college and career indicator through dual enrollment and a completion of at least 2 semesters of college coursework with a C- or better. We are currently at 30.3%, as you can see on the slide. This is something that we are working towards trying to increase. It's a rigorous program when students are both taking their high school course load and additionally taking a dual enrollment course, a college level course after school. And so we can see how this can be challenging, but we're going to continue our work to ensure that we're having more students that are meeting that successful level of a C- or better with 2 semesters of college coursework. I mentioned earlier our great early college programs. We have the Early College Academy at Hoover High School. That is the application opens for 9th graders, it's for 10th through 12th graders. This gives students the opportunity to take college classes during the school day. Students that are highly motivated could also actually earn an associate's degree that would take additional time, and they would have to take classes outside of the school day during the summer. But we have had quite a few students that have done that and have made that commitment. But typically, students that are in it earn at least 30 credits towards their college credits. So it's been a very successful program and has grown over the years. Cloud Computing and Computer Science Academy at Glendale High is also the same sort of model. However, it has a focus obviously on cloud computing and computer science. And for students to, when they complete their 3 years, 10th through 12th grade, they would be prepared to take the Amazon Web Services and certificate exam and be able to earn that. Community college articulation. Articulation is really a great tool that we have in our CTE classes. This is an articulation. It's an agreement between the high school and a college. So we have 22 agreements as of recent, with GCC being the most, but also with PCC, Mission College, and Rio Hondo. So what it is a high school teacher would take their course, present it to the community college. The community college professor that teaches a similar course would review the course outline that was being taught at the high school. If it aligned enough and it was enough that the college thought that it could warrant getting college credit, then the student, while they're taking that high school course, they can also earn college credit. They have to get a B or better. They have to complete the full year. But it's, again, a double dip for students where they're able to get that high school credit and also college credit at the same time. As I mentioned earlier, we have 27 high school pathways across 12 industry sectors, and we have 18 middle school pathways across 12 industry sectors, and they're also aligned to our high school programs. And then this is a little bit easier to read maybe. So this is all of the different pathways that we have broken down by the number of students that are in each of our CTE pathways. You can see that arts, media, and entertainment is probably it is the most popular by a long shot. We also have many courses that fit into that category. And additionally, we live in the heart of Los Angeles and Burbank and Glendale, and we have all these studios and different things around us. So it's no surprise that that is one of our more popular sectors. And you can see that we have currently a total of 4,803 students in these programs. So this slide tells you how many the percentage of the students that participated in a CTE pathway, and we're happy that it has grown over the years. We're currently at 45% as of last year. The percentage of students that completed the CTE pathway has grown. However, we recognize that we need to do some work in this area. A couple of factors that I think play into this is that students sometimes aren't completely aware of the pathway and how many classes it would take to complete it. It's usually between 2 to 3 classes. And additionally, I think that some of the data that we've collected over time hasn't been incredibly accurate. So we're doing right now a cleanup on that to see if that number is actually true. We're hoping that it does go up a little bit higher, and then we can work on making sure that students are completing a pathway. So for our internships, the last school year, we had 123 students that participated in one. So, and then this past year, we were lucky enough, we applied and we received the California Apprenticeship Initiative Grant. This is solely for creating opportunities for students to have internships. So part of that grant, it gave us the funding to hire a teacher specialist that is dedicated to just doing that and making sure that we are reaching out to the community and establishing relationships and partnerships to give more students opportunities. In the 2025 school year, we have the Glendale Memorial Hospital internship, which we currently have 13 students in. This has been a longstanding relationship we've had with Glendale Memorial Hospital, and we always have a good amount of students that participate in it. They also take students from Pasadena Unified and from Glendale Community College, but we always tend to have the most from GUSD. And that's a really wonderful internship that students are always raving about that they get to participate in. And then this summer, we're going to be partnering with the Baya Group to provide pre-apprenticeships and paid apprenticeships for 90 of our GUSD 11th grade students. If you are interested, there was some information that went out to 11th grade parents. There was a webinar last night about it, but there will be another webinar coming up, I believe, next week that gives on the 28th, that gives additional information if you are interested. And if you're interested, you could always reach out to my department. I can give my contact information at the end. So next steps for our department. We were just recently awarded a planning and an implementation grant for something called the Golden State Pathways Program. This is a very big program that has been in the works for a few years now from Sacramento, because they understand the importance of high quality CTE pathways, dual enrollment, and internship opportunities for students, so they are prepared when they leave our high schools. And so with this grant, we'll be able to provide site staff to guide our students through the dual enrollment opportunities, internship prospects, and also identify a CTE pathway that aligns with their interests. And it also will provide district staff to foster those partnerships with the community to expand our internship opportunities, collaborate with GCC and other colleges to broaden our dual enrollment opportunities, and to ensure that that data that we're collecting is actually accurate for both our internal reporting and our grant compliance.
I want to thank Dr. Milano and her team for putting together this information. As you can see, there are so many strong programs in Glendale Unified, and many of the metrics we use in our LCAP to guide our work come from the outcomes that our students are able to produce as a result of participating in these programs. We want to give you the opportunity to share your feedback. There is a question that's on your screen, and you'll be able to answer that at gusd.net/share. So please feel free to participate. And we want to invite you to our next community conversation, February 13th, where we will be presenting the mid-year update for our LCAP. You can always find more information and presentations online related to our LCAP and our great programs here in GUSD at gusd.net/LCAP. Again, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your participation and learning more about all that's good in Glendale Unified.